Hello, I'm Lee Davis. I'm going to try and keep this as quick and short and sweet as possible. It probably won't be too short, though. I feel like I got a lot of going on in my mind right now. I'm compelled to make this video because the best teacher I've ever had in my life, and not to be over dramatic, but probably the best teacher that ever existed. That probably sounds like an exaggeration, but anyway, whatever. Cathy McBride was my fourth grade teacher, the best teacher I've ever had in my life. And yeah, she's retiring, so God bless her and her family. She's gonna get some well-deserved time off. Um, but you know, I can't help but find it tragic that she's departing from the world of teaching. I think they're losing something great, and you know, Godspeed for them to fill in that space. It's just anybody who had the blessing of having Cathy McBride as their teacher will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, yeah. So she's leaving. The worst part of this is the absolute worst part is as I received an invitation to her retirement party. It collided right on the weekend of our big beach vacation, and I'm perfectly honest. I considered blowing off the beach vacation, but I mean, I just we couldn't do it. It's just too big of an event going on. Despite the absolute import of the party going on, you'll notice my attention is divided. I'm keeping an eye on my daughter's watching Kylan over there. I know that see that I distracted her. She appears to have turned it off. Yeah, exactly. If you just watch Kylan for one more moment, sweetheart, I can wrap this up. Anyway, yeah, I can't go to. I can't attend. I can't attend. It's really ripping me up. God, it seems like I ought to be there. My old friend Scott, he was my fellow class clown back in those days. He's gonna be there. I haven't seen him in forever, you know, and you know, it'd be cool to catch up with him, reminisce maybe. Anyway, my other good friend Todd, I was scouts with both these guys, and they were both in my class with me. I don't know if he's going or not. He's actually the one who I think gave Cathy my contact. And yeah, she got in contact with me, and I had tried to look her up on Facebook before as well, you know, and just to be remembered by such a great teacher, you know, frankly, I wasn't surprised. She just had such a profound connection to every single one of her students and made that much of a difference in their life. And you know, I'm really tempted to go on a tirade about bad teachers and then compare and contrast. I'm going to avoid that, but I will say I had my fair share of bad teachers. And you know a good teacher from the bad really quick and really easy. Now my other teachers in that particular school, I never had a bad teacher, but not necessarily one that had the kind of connection. Later on in life, going to crappier schools, I had some lousy teachers. I had some teachers that just weren't good, and then some teachers that were bad. And you know a good teacher if you really don't want to displease them. I mean, it's going to hurt you if they give you a dirty look. You don't. I mean, not because you're scared, but because you respect them so much that you don't want them to. You don't want to hurt them. And frankly, if later in life, if I hadn't gone to these crappy schools, you know, and started moving around and going through, you know, I won't I promise I won't go into that. But I mean, I should just point out, I think if there had been more Cathy McBrides in my life, maybe I wouldn't have gotten so lost and so upset and so hurt and depressed and out of sorts in life before I found my way back. But even in all those dark times of feeling just so detached from what I consider, you know, the path that God meant for me to walk. I think remembering some of the words that Cathy McBride said to me was always kind of a shining beacon, and one of the things that I think kind of led me back to peace of mind eventually. And yeah, so you know, where a lot of people would kind of be down on my art and just, you know, say, why do you do it? Why do you do this? What's wrong with you? You're stupid and all this stuff. You know, I will never forget one day in particular. I wanted to share this with you all. All my great fellow students were saying very nice and kind things, and it was about my work, and it was the kind of thing that can happen to an individual that just, it makes you just feel so good about life and about your surroundings that you just want to be as good as you possibly can be. And because I didn't have that sustaining force, I ended up using my artwork just to tick off people because I was so sick of people trashing me constantly. But I mean, at that time, if that could have just trended, if that I could have maintained that connection, it would have. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, all these students were saying all this great stuff about my work, and Cathy just kind of stopped everybody and said, we all. I'm paraphrasing here, but she said we all have our gifts, and Lee has a gift. His gift is art, and it was just. Your teacher just makes a little gesture, anything like that toward your gift, what God gave you. It's you will hate yourself if you ever do anything to let that person down. And I just think that's absolutely how a teacher should be. You shouldn't be scared of your teacher. You should love and respect your teacher because they're in a position that I think is second only to parents. It's a very important role they take up, and you got to do it right. So if Cathy McBride ever writes a book on how to be a good teacher, I recommend anybody who entertains any ideas of being a teacher to purchase it. So that day will always stick with me. And she did that for everybody. And when we were screwing off, admittedly, yeah, I was a really stupid kid, obviously. If I did something stupid or disrespectful, she, if I crossed the line, if my sense of humor was kind of breaching into territory, stuff that just might hurt somebody, she'd kind of let me know, and I'd say, oh, I'd make jokes where it wasn't appropriate, and she'd say something, she'd just say, Lee, nah, and that was it. I was reprogrammed to do and say the right thing. Just like that, yeah, I mean, all these bad teachers don't know that. They just tell you, they just say something nasty to you, and all you want to do is make a dirty face at the back of their head, or give them the finger, or something like that, or whatever. So yeah, more teachers ought to be like Cathy McBride. I think it's a shame she's leaving. I've gone on for over 7 minutes. I can't believe it. I gotta wrap up. That's my memory. I told my wife that Cathy McBride was until she found me on Facebook, I always referred to her as Mrs. McBride. Now I'm calling her Cathy McBride. That's kind of funny to me. Yeah, I had told my wife well before we got in touch, or she reached out to me on Facebook, that she was the best teacher I ever had. So yeah, I'm really torn up, Cathy, that I can't attend your retirement party. All this stuff said, I'd also just like to say hello to all the other great teachers I had in that particular school, and I never got a chance to apologize to a lot of you for my my jackass ways. It's not to say that Cathy was necessarily better at keeping me under control than you were. In some cases, that was exactly what it is, but I'm not going to say it anyway. Anyway, you all are great. Yeah, anybody who went to that school is very fortunate, and I consider myself fortunate to have been there, and not just the crappy schools. I mean, at least I had that in my upbringing. What else to say? I hope you all have a great time at the retirement party, and once again, I'm real sorry I couldn't be there. If she retires again, maybe it'll be on a weekend. I'm not going to the beach. Anyway, God bless you all, and cheers to all the good teachers of the world who are nurturing and shaping young minds in a positive way, and not with evil propaganda. All right, bye-bye.